What it do, folks? What it do? We are live, Conscious Conversations, back for another session. You see little things different right now. We experimenting, we trying new things. My co-host is behind the scenes right now. We start at 5 Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. He logged on at 8:01. So I'm putting all this business out there in them streets because that's what I do. You notice we going vertical tonight, so hopefully this is showing up properly everywhere. We should be live on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. That's right. We going live on Instagram. I see the Facebook comments coming in. Dad, I see you. Appreciate you, sir. Let's get these comments lined up right. KP, I see you in the back. Come on now. I don't have no video though. I don't have no video for you, brother. Hopefully everyone is doing well. We're gonna get these comments lined up so we are looking as crispy as we need to be. Bam. So I want to know the experience that you're seeing, that you're getting right now from a vertical perspective as well. If this is, I know a handful of you are probably watching this on your mobile device, on your phone. So hopefully this ratio, this 9:16, this portrait ratio is working out okay. Hopefully the background music that we plan is not too overbearing. Just switching it up. Right, getting ready for holiday season live streams that we're going to be doing, getting ready for 2025 things that we're going to be doing. So just experimenting and breaking stuff on the fly. KP, where you at, man? You know what? I'm going to kick you out. I don't know if you're listening. I'm going to kick you out of the green room and you're going to have to come back. There we go. Where's everyone? I see folks joining, so this is awesome. Appreciate you guys. Where you guys coming in from? Dad, I know you probably right here, Northern California, Roseville area. Where's folks joining us from tonight? Virtual cam is acting up. Lord have mercy. This man is always... Now you on the latest version. Make sure you upgrade to the latest version, brother. Make sure you get you can't be running that legacy software. And I really want to talk to Keith today because Sony released or announced a new camera today. I wanted to see if he already had that in his shopping cart. I want to see if he already placed a pre-order and got one headed over to the house in Philly. That would be nice. So it's on the wish list, but it's not on the need list. It's not even on the want list, to be honest with you. I'm not buying too many more bits of equipment or gear since I literally just rebuilt this entire studio back here. So I'm good to go. Come on, brother. I see you having problems. Listen, y'all know how Conscious Conversation goes, though. If you got any questions, you got anything, topics you want us to talk about, normally it's obviously Keith and I vibing and finding a message in the story, some kind of way of what's going on. So I see folks joining in. Appreciate you as well. Again, Conscious Conversations. I'm sitting here literally prepping. So I put out a post or put out a poll saying, should I do a live stream for holiday shopping season? I want to do it obviously before Black Friday, before Cyber Monday, but you know me, it's got to be tech heavy. So gear for the house, gear for the car, maybe gear for whatever to make your life a little bit easier. So phones, cameras, stuff like that. I'm gonna help you spend your money. There's no question about that. I can help you spend that money. So there will be links to Best Buy. There will be links to Amazon. There will be links all over the place to make sure you get that new air fryer. Get that. You know what the hottest gift that I've found so far, and I know my wife's not watching because she's at an event. The hottest event appears to be these countertop ice makers. Well, okay, I kind of know why. We have one as well, and we use it quite a bit when we have events over the house. But countertop ice makers seem to be the happening thing, and man, they upwards of $300, $400, $500. I don't need ice that much, so we'll see what Santa leaves under the tree. He may just leave. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, get myself in trouble, but yeah, KP, come on now. Virtual cam is acting up. I see we looking crispy everywhere, so that is dope. That is dope. Instagram is up and running. Are we up and running on Instagram? Hold on. Yes, we are. Look at that. The reason I wanted to start doing vertical streams, mainly vertical on YouTube, because there's going to be some new functionality that's going to be launched for creators in the coming weeks that's going to allow us to monetize these streams outside of just the super chat, super things of that nature. It's going to be able to bring in some more engagement with our users and with our audience, things like that. So practicing, experimenting with this new form factor and seeing how that works out. And lo and behold, see when you
I swear it's an Ecamm. It's like, no, I'm not blaming Ecamm.
See, don't do that. God, this brother.
Look, and then it's like it's got you coming in low. And I don't know what happened with the software.
You just got through doing 3, 4, 5 podcasts this week already.
Yeah, they in-house. See, I'm controlling what's happening over here. So between Chrome and then, let me turn my mic down. This joint got me sounding nice and crispy and extra over here. And then the balance of it, hearing you.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I'm disappointed.
What you disappointed in, brother? I'm over here filling time while you rebooting your machine and everything. What you disappointed?
No, you cool, man. I like what you're doing there. So you got I didn't look at it on the social media thing. It's so
we vertical. We vertical tonight, man.
Are you on IG or YouTube vertical?
But yes, all of them things. We on. Hold up.
Instagram too?
Hold up, wait a minute. So
did you do IG?
So YouTube is definitely vertical. Can I look at my own stream?
IG. That looks good on IG, man.
Is that right? Okay. I mean, as much time as I put in building these scenes and overlays, it better look right. I rebuilt this whole show for vertical.
With others, so I'm gonna share. Oh, I can share this. So can I share it on? Then Walter Jeanette, he just went live. I'm trying to see if I can share. So you can't share this to your. You can only share this to your followers. You can't share it on a post or a feed, nor stories.
No, you should be able to. Okay, hold up, wait a minute. Let me see.
That would be nice if you could share it to stories.
Yeah. Let me see here. Y'all bear with us while we do this live experimentation.
Yo, that's major. If you could share it to stories, that would be dope. I'm sharing it to Facebook. Let me see. Testing out IG live.
See the interesting. So I know I'm live on IG, but when I log into my IG, I can't see it.
Yeah, you gotta have an alias for that.
You gotta log in as somebody else. I need a club account. I need a burner account. Oh my goodness. Maybe I had to make me a burner account.
Yeah, you have that burner account. Let me see. Stop by. Say hello. Yeah. All right. So I just threw a post on Facebook to see if it'll move traffic over here. That's crazy though.
It should, because my dad is on Facebook and he sees it, and I just got one of his comments that popped through. So that was definitely dope. Let me log on, see what we look like on Facebook.
That'd be dope if you could throw it in stories. That'd be major if you could put it in stories. I probably could just make a story post and say I'm on something. I don't know. You can only send it to people's like inbox, which I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
It's
now
annoying.
it looks good on the profile page of Facebook too, because I'm looking at it now. So yeah, we looking real nice.
Oh, so you live on Facebook as well
too. Yeah, not a lot of delay too. So okay. Man, we over here trying to do these things, man. We trying to branch out for the calendar year. Just
nice.
You know, waiting on you to show up. What you been doing? But I ain't gonna mess with you. We can talk bad about your football team, or we can do. We don't have to do that.
Football team, we're not doing bad. So
well, I didn't know if y'all wanted to win or not last game. Is that almost like okay?
Yeah, they act like they didn't want to win. Honestly, they act like they didn't want to win. You know, because I was like, y'all gonna mess around, but then we pulled through though. You know what I'm saying? We pulled on through. Showed them what we doing.
You know, I'm glad Yolanda not here because my Steelers tore them Ravens up. So yeah, so
they really did. Up, that was special.
Mm-hmm. So
that was real special. So if you want to jump right into it, I'm gonna tell you something that I think I'm feeling the people that know the A1 Sony and then the Sony system.
Okay.
The good news for everybody is that if you have a Sony camera from the A7 III forward, you are good if you know what you're doing with a camera. To me, it is useless to talk about genuine photography and then push and promote a reason why you need the newer, or talk about newer being better. It's really getting tired now, and I think the disappointment, that's dope, James. The disappointment that some people have is like, if you have the A1 Sony, the features that make you that you would spend $6,500.
You say that again now. How much is it exactly? 65.
The money you would spend for, like, if you know somebody that just gotta have the latest and the greatest,
got to have it.
I would lowball them on that A1 like crazy. I mean, lowball. I would sit there and show them $3,000 in my hand and say, this all I got. And just walk away. I mean, and if they say no, you just go get an A7 R5 and call it a day. Because the people who need that, they're going to go grab it regardless.
Yes.
The people that are contemplating that they're trying to hype sell it to, you don't need it. If advertisement gets you to buy that camera, you didn't need it.
If advertisement gets you to buy this camera, something wrong with you, right? I mean, because
you don't need it. Like there's no advertisement that's going to make you make the decision unless you just got money to spend. And somebody's got that kind of money just to spend that doesn't really know photography. They're just getting it to say they got it. I promise you, my A7 IV, I picked that up because it's red. And that's the weakest of the professional cameras that I have, but it's still one of the most useful, and I can do everything with it. If I didn't have my other two cameras, I could still do any job that I got to do. I can do it with an A7 IV, period.
True.
Every job. So an A7CR, you got the 2, right? You got the A7 II?
Yes.
I mean, A7C II?
I got the C2, yeah. That's what we're looking at right now.
Dude.
Perfect.
Everything. Okay, like for instance, like what you said right there. It's amazing how many people are alive and they're like, oh, I'm using the ZV-E10, the ZV-E10 II, the such and such. Dude, there's people sitting on cameras with an A60-100, a A50-100, and they still look better than people that got a camera cost 3 times the amount, because you're just streaming with it and it's subject to all of this. The difference comes in when you take that thing off the mount and you got to go outside and do different things with it. And that newest camera, like that A1 version 2, it was the biggest letdown of watching a hyped up reveal that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm sounding like the president, but it's not the worst, but it's like,
it didn't have what we wanted. It didn't. And even Gerald, I watched Gerald's
I love Gerald
video today, right? And he was like, okay, right, it's perfect, it's close, but okay, right, there's still some things
even
that
Manny
are missing.
Ortiz,
and
right?
$6,500.
Manny's going to come out with Manny's going to give his I love his opinions and reviews. Manny's going to tell you about their camera, but then about 8 videos later you're going to see him with a Hasselblad in his hand.
He gonna send that
Right.
he gonna send the A1 back, get his check for doing, maybe get a check for doing the review, and go back to tried and true.
Even with in the lens, I just got rid of my Sigma 2870.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and I swapped it out for the 2470, right? But the thing is, if I didn't need the money to trade it in, I would have kept it, and I was using that, and none of my pictures said I need a better lens. That's the crazy thing. None of my pictures said I need a better lens.
$2,900. Essentially, you didn't need to buy this $2,900 28-70. Okay.
I bulk traded stuff in and walked out of there for under $1,000 to get that, because I had stuff that I wasn't even using. Extra Atmos Ninja,
Wow.
that I didn't need.
Apollos.
That was like, I can record I'm not recording anybody's video over 20 to a half an hour worth of video that I needed to have a Ninja on top. I had 3, so I got rid of one of them. But that newest camera, unless you're doing sports photography or something, whatever, dude, you literally could get an A7R5, an A7C, 2. I wouldn't even get the R. If you get an R5 big boy, you get the one that you got, you gravy. That's it.
Yeah. I would even say, you said if you're doing sports photography, but not as a fan, if you're getting paid to do sports photography.
Right, you're right.
But
The A9, this ain't even global shutter, bro. So you got to wait another 4 years for the flagship to have global shutter.
$6,500. Pre-order starts. When is that? Starts tomorrow. Be available next month, y'all. Please don't go buy this. Don't take out a loan.
The manufacturers keep making product does not mean everyone needs to buy the new product. What is the actual problem the new product solves for you? And that's where I stopped at. And when people are asking me questions, I'm like, I think in photography, this is a Keith Pelzer thing. I'm gonna get back into my YouTube videos on equipment.
Come on, we waiting for you, brother. We waiting for the combos.
3 cameras. The reason why most jobs you're going to need 2 as a professional. You at least need 2. Last thing you want is something go wrong with one camera. You need the second one. And then you have the third one. The third one is where I would recommend a A7C2, the one that James has, the one that you're using. I would equip with that, right? Or you get an R like me, and then you can get 2 4s. Or you can get a 4, and if you want to stretch it, you get a 5. If you're doing a little bit of sports, you go get a 9. But I think you can accomplish it with 3 cameras. But the chasing, the new something, I mean, they make a S series in the alpha versions, the 7s, they make a S series that basically takes away the need for a 67 or takes away the need for the FX and blah, blah, blah. Or if you're not really doing any photography, you go and you get an FX, a 30 or a 3, right? But the thing is, it's like the marketing part is so set up that at a certain point you have to realize you're in the market, like you're a fish in the market.
You can't keep chasing.
And they gonna keep you chasing. Yeah. And that's what I learned today. It's like, it's blah, blah, blah. Like, I just got rid of a 2870. And the real people was like, yo, I need the 24. And then it's like, oh, it solves the problem. because now you can walk around with this 28-70 and it rivals the 24-70. What do you mean rival? And what are we doing? Opening it up to look at bokeh balls in the back? Like, who the heck looks at your pic? What clients do I have that
how
look at
good
bokeh
are
balls?
you actually? Right? Again, come on now. Really, how
I've
good?
not had one person
Right.
switching my lenses up, take the stuff and say, oh, the bokeh balls on this picture is different than that picture. Nobody's asking. So if that's your pitch and the edges are sharper than this, that, and the third, long as we got eye focus, the client's not sitting there like, the tree in the upper right corner is not as sharp as the balloon in the background center page. Like, and I'm like, they're marketing this to us. No, listen. Nope.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna say what's happening. I see Sister Nixon joined in over on Instagram. Happy anniversary to y'all. God dog.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Who was that? That was Tony. God, happy anniversary to y'all. That's all right. Well, listen, I said before you got on and while you was working on your machine. Hold on, we didn't lock up, did we? Oh no, okay.
No, wait a minute. So if I hit request to join on Instagram, what does that do?
That would bring, so I see you already joined on Instagram. If you hit request to join, it would try to bring you up.
That's crazy. Like,
do it.
All right, because I'm just curious. So what I do, I'm like,
family
I
here.
see how
Listen, we
up.
amongst family here. So, you know, if we break the stream, we break the stream.
It won't do it. Okay. It froze up. It's like, nah. So it deads it though.
Okay.
Yeah, it does it. It doesn't. It doesn't let me push a button. Okay. I was like, we're gonna experiment to find out.
You know, we'll do one of them monster 5-hour energy streams this holiday time and have all kind of e-cams going and IGs going to figure it all out. Mr. Cox, see you. Flo, we see you. Dad, I see you. Hey, we see Sylvia. Gretchen is saying those people that say it rivals don't really understand how much difference an extra 4 makes in wide angle.
I agree with you.
And she know. If anybody know, you don't have to believe us. Gretchen know what she talking about.
I mean, look. So Jared, he's in Philly. He, the Fro Man, he has a real darn good review on it. Like, his pros and cons are great. He's out there on the field. And then Manny Ortiz, he went out at a Jets game. He got some phenomenal pictures. Like, that pre-capture and stuff is amazing.
Okay.
Pre-capture is dope. But I'm like, for the average person talking about it, on the one hand, for people that already had the A1, they didn't put a lot into it. And the Sony system, Jared breaks it down good. Gerald done threw it out there. He went on his rant, and I love it. It's like my A7C, the R, it's got stuff in it that my 5 doesn't have. That I'm like, man, I wish you put it in there. Like, I bought the license for $100 and some, and it works, right? So in my camera, the A7, your camera and my camera, you can literally make the viewfinder a 5x4. So whatever you're looking at, and when you frame it in camera, when you go to Lightroom, all you got to do is slap on and say crop at 5.4, and your picture's already framed. So it allows you to shoot with the blockers on there. So up here, it'll be like darken out over here and then darken out down here. And so when you shoot it, it takes this full thing. But when you hit crop, it'll go right to exactly how you saw it. So what that allows me to do is when I'm doing events, to turn over 5x4 pictures to clients, or if they specifically want stories 16x9, I can put that frame in the camera. The thing is, everything before your camera that you're using now and this one here, they don't have it in it. So they make you pay for a license to put your own. Now I made my own thing and I got my, rule of thirds in there, the diagonal and all of that. But I had to pay to get it in there, and you can put 4 different ones in there. So you can literally make it. I have a template that has all of those on there, but they make you pay for it. And Sony users are like, yo, wait a minute. My A7C does that in the camera for free. But all my other cameras, I gotta buy the license to open it up, to put it in there. The difference though is the reason why you would still get it for this is because you can put the custom thing in there. So if you would use the roller third and you want the faces on this side,
right? You
can put a box right there and just put the person's face on that and have your framing up. Like you can do it in the viewfinder. And that's a feature that I'm glad I paid for it. For my work cameras.
Right. So there you go. Because for your work cameras, because you're going to use it. I mean, just like Kevin is saying, not everyone's going to use that. That's for the legit professionals, right? They need that. And it makes sense to spend that extra couple of nickels to get that done.
Right.
I don't need that.
Nah, Kevin's right. I mean, a screen protector with these templates. You can create that. I agree. Yo, another guy was like, he put tape on his daggone viewfinder. I was like, I get if you're shooting off the screen, you could put tape on it. Well, people was like, yo, I'm not paying $150 for that. And I get it. And some people already know how to do it with the grid that comes in the camera, right? The rule of thirds, the golden, thing or whatever, golden ratio. But I like the custom templates. Like I made it and I played around with it. It gives you the framing and everything. And then you just put it on the card, put it into the camera. I got them where I can select it. And I was like, oh, this is good for event because I just sit there and frame up every shot. So I'm not going back trying to dance around with the cropping. I'm looking at it exactly how, like if you told me you want your whole event in square, you can just put a grid on for square. You don't have to change the whole camera.
Okay, I got you. So it's
real good.
It saves you time.
It's very good. Okay. But they make you pay for it. Like, why do I have one camera? It's free, and the other cameras you got to pay for it.
Either pay for it or do it in Lightroom or do it in your photo editor. But when you out and remote, you want to be as efficient as possible. Man, listen, go ahead and spend that money. Go ahead and do you. Spend that money.
I'm good because you know what I knew too? It's like, oh, I'm gonna say something real profound as though.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Here we go.
No, for real. The camera game is like the music industry for like real producers know this. It's always the guys that they market to that's like, oh, I got the new sound bank from this, or did you check out the new update and stuff? And those aren't the guys that's getting the records landed. The people that get the records landed are those that are using keyboard sounds from 5 years ago, drum beats and stuff from like 10 years ago. They dig up stuff like, you think Swiss Beats doing the Harlem show with Forrest Whitaker, right? He does that show, that beat, and it thumps. It comes, it's slamming. Like he just did it again with Alicia Keys, and he did it with his wife and Wheezy. It's like that joint is hard. It's like it's just a grinding loop, probably 16-bit or something. Like when you do that with cameras, you get that. Like look at this. Every time a new camera comes out, once the novelty wears off, the YouTubers get bored. And what do they do? They show you an old ass camera. And then everybody's trying to find a used one on the market and they sell out.
Yeah.
We're going to mess around sooner or later. Somebody going to be like, the Sigma 30 millimeter lens versus the new Sony 40 millimeter. Oh. Dude, on the Zeiss 55, every store I've been to, it is hard to find a Zeiss 55.
Yeah. That's true.
You can get them, but it's very hard to get. And people that know, they know, right? The guy behind the desk.
They don't mark them up either, right? And they don't overcharge. You just can't get it. That's true. You just can't get it. They
don't really overcharge. If anything, you can get a good used one. They all got character, so you can't miss. Either the lens works or it doesn't. either it's broke or it's not. Long as it ain't broke, I got mine for $300. Brand new, they still cost, I think, $6 something.
Which one? The sort of
I forgot
55?
what they cost brand new.
Let me see here. The Zeiss 55. Let me, while I'm searching for that, let me say what's up. Chief is in the building. That's my dude right there. He messed around and bought news with him. Man, we big time it now. Hey, Keith, these my people right here. Chief done bought news with him. So let me see where we at.
I ain't hating on the YouTubers, man, but it's like
482 for the. Well, hold on. No, there it is. Which one? Is that it?
Zeiss 55.
Yeah, 482. $400.
That's not brand new. It's used, right?
That's renewed, yeah.
Yep. Dude, when I say that lens, I put a everyday filter on there from Polar Pro. I put that green everyday on there. Man, that lens is fire. That's the one I took in the parking lot. That's a Zeiss 55 when I was in the parking lot with the blue vest on.
Yeah.
And I took with the light underneath the car. That's a Zeiss 55.
Man, y'all.
Then when I say fire, that lens, that's one of the cheaper lenses that I have, and it is just straight bananas. So, I got one better for you. So some of the YouTubers that were advertising the 2870 lens that they got their hands on, guess what they shot it on? The A1 version 1. It's like y'all showing me this lens on an A1, not the A1 II, the A1 or A7R5. I looked at 4 different things that was showing the lens because I was like, let me look at this lens, and they discussing the lens, and then the line says shot on the A7R5 or shot on the A1.
My gosh. That's hilarious.
How ass backwards is that advertisement, right?
No one, we read metadata and we read into, we say, like, hold on, wait a minute, you shot photos for an Apple commercial on a Samsung? Wait a minute, don't do that. I mean, all that's just backwards. That's just backwards. Oh, Kevin said, what'd he say? It's better to
Kevin's
cook
correct
on that old-fashioned cast iron rather than never been used non-stick skillet. Golly. Kevin, you James, older than your years, brother. You older than your years.
To Kevin's point, I think we're at a stage where I think quality has peaked, like big time.
Talk about
and
that.
Some of these new features, it's like, what exactly does it do? It makes it easier for nobody, really. Because the people that know, you're not doing all of that. That's why I said, if I pick up the 3 cameras that I use the most, right? Yeah. I'm not even going into my APS-Cs. I'm not even going into my original A7C, which you can accomplish stuff. I mean, Doc Rock, shout out to Doc Rock. I see him in the comment. His brother,
brother?
June, like, this dude goes out with the Fuji, and the pictures are phenomenal. I don't look at it and say, oh, it ain't the new Sony so-and-so or the new Canon D Mark something, whatever. Whatever he's shooting with is just fire.
Yeah.
He'll shoot sushi.
Well,
or a train running through Japan, and I'm like, damn, that picture's fire.
And think about it, Doc shoots with the Fuji, right, as well, right? Yep. And just has the effects built into the camera that he uses to have that old classic feel, right? That old-fashioned cast iron feel, right? We don't need over exposed, over HG. We don't need that. I don't know, that unrealistic look. We want a little bit of a lens flare. We want a little bit of a aberration, right? Again, we're trying to get back, honestly, us old cats. Maybe I'm just talking for myself. We want a little bit of that grain, some of that noise in some of these filters and some of these pictures that we put out to show character. I don't want to see you too defined and too sharp and too rigid and too fake looking. I want to see, right? Again, we don't want color correction too much.
Right.
I maybe again, I'm just speaking for myself, but just you can tell a photo from a photographer when it has character to it. Now I can tell a photo from a someone who's just out there with their mobile device taking pictures. It it doesn't have any character in it. It's very flat, and it doesn't have any life to it. But you don't even have to necessarily go into your photo editing tools all the time. You shoot with a third eye. You shoot with a creative mind, speaking directly to you, brother, right? And that doesn't necessarily take a whole lot of processing. I think that's what people gravitate to. That's again just me saying. I think that's what people gravitate to.
Noose just said the imperfections are what make pictures great, right? So again, I listen to people talk. That's why, look, I applaud everybody that gets if you into like, oh, here's new, yeah, that's cool. But it's like, what are you actually saying? Especially in photography. Like Doc is saying here, I got the Fuji X1 1004 and the new Fuji. All right, coming in like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
But I doubt it if I'm gonna look at his pictures and say that's the new one and that's the old one, because of the consistency, as you said, of the photographer. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is, when people are talking new, you have to talk of what problem, as Chief said, what's the problem that it solves, right? So I think it was Gerald, or it might have been Gerald or somebody that mentioned it. So for instance, with the camera here, right? There are times when I go out that I realize with my 4 or this camera, if I gotta hold the camera this way, right? I'm kind of messed up because I don't care too much for looking over here in the screen. And that's where somebody with a 3 is just going to pull the thing back here and keep it even. With my 5, they put the feature back in there. You can just pull it back right underneath here and tilt it. That makes sense, right? So I would say to somebody, if they like, oh, I'm gonna get the 4, should I get the 4? Or I can stretch and get the 5. I'm gonna say to them, you probably do want the 5-axis thing depending on how you shoot, because I do notice the difference. But at certain gigs, I'm always shooting this way, vertical, so I don't need the flippy screen, and I can accomplish that with a 4. The other thing is the daggone megapixels. I mean, Jesus Christ, sometimes you just got to do a client and you got to upload the pictures. Your pictures are great. You took it with the 2470 G Master 1 or 2, whatever, blah blah blah. You go to upload, they like, yo, with the picture, you like, oh, it's still uploading, because every damn picture,
files. Yeah,
megapixels, like Jesus, like. And then they're going to take and they're going to throw all your pictures on Facebook, and the grandmama, aunt, and so-and-so going to look at it. And then they want to download it in JPEG anyway, and nobody's printing the pictures. So
it's just hurting your heart, right? It's just hurting your creative heart. I got
the new so-and-so. And, like, I can't see me. Dude, I don't even shoot in burst high. I put my joint on low. Because if you can't get this shot and pulling the trigger on 30 pictures, you suck.
I was gonna say 10, and if you can't get it in 10 frames. Okay, so and I guess I want to backtrack a little bit, because we're not meddling, we're not talking down to folks, but I guess it's just understanding, put it in context. It's understanding the need to expend that $6,500 on this new camera that came out today, or $1,800 for this other, right? I mean, again, if you don't know how to use it, don't know what you're using it for, and you just want to take pictures for the family album, for Facebook and for Adobe Portfolio or whatever the case may be, you might be okay with the Olympus that you pick up at Target. Shouts out to Target and Walmart. Don't. But I can't mess up no advertisements right now, because again, we're about to get to holiday time, and I'm gonna do a holiday stream, so I can't Best Buy, Target, Walmart, what's up with you? We're not talking negative. We just
I love the game, bro. It's
find your lane, stay in your lane, and God, would Kevin Cox keep coming? Skills pay the bills.
It just gets tired after a while, James. Like when I say it gets tired, I'm watching some of my favorite YouTubers. It's like you hit a wall, bro. Let's just be honest. You hit a freaking wall, because on the one hand, if you're telling everybody you need this $2,000 lens, and then you pitching a Fuji to them in the next breath, it's like something wrong there, right? Okay, you hear what I'm saying? Something wrong there. You don't have interchangeable lens on the 1000. The people that know what they doing, like Doc's brother, a few other people I know, a couple of guys in Philly, they just had something at Unique Photo, and it was a Fuji event.
Okay.
The Fuji people were out there because they know what they doing.
Because they know what they're doing. They know how to reframe that 24. Yep.
Yeah, they're not having a pissing match over, ooh, my camera is bigger than yours. And this, they don't do that. They out there to get the shot. And one of the guys I follow on Instagram, I forgot his actual first name, but all his pictures is Fuji, and they look wonderful. He goes to the same shoots that we do. I have an identity with my 70 to 200 and my character lenses, right? My primes. I have an identity with that. Different people that's out there. It's another OG. He shoots everything with a manual something lens and blah, 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 blah. He's going to stand there in your face. And another dude's Hasselblad out there. Another guy, he's got some other retro camera. We know those people. But the whole rest of the crew, they're having a pissing match on who got the bigger stick in the room. And it's just like, I'm sitting there quiet and they like, oh, that red one's dope. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my 4. What's the white one? That's a 5. Oh, that's a 5. Like, it's like, dude, I'm getting the picture, not having a pissing match over the cameras. And the creativity, the people that really suffer the most, they have that illusion that the gear matters. And the sad reality is that's how some YouTubers, they make their money and they get their following. They prey on those
folks because that's the majority.
Oh, got you.
I so think about that, and y'all chime in as well. And hey, we're gonna get to that question you had, Chief, about the iPads as well. I again, don't want to talk about folks that are out there. We talked about that folks that are out there for that bag and getting their whatever, their affiliate revenue and things like that. But the majority of folks really don't know what they don't know. And if I'm an influencer, if I'm a product specialist, if got a big channel and I'm out here positioning A1 Mark II to you, and all you do is take pictures of your family, nothing wrong with the family. You go to your soccer game and you go to the baseball game and you go on vacation. And I position this as the next best thing. This is what's going to bring your family together. You're going to go out there and find $6,500 to buy that camera and think it's going to make you feel better. And it's a sad thing when I'm going to try to look at the glass half full, right? I don't think most product evangelists are out there trying to take advantage of folks, but again, that the majority of folks just again don't know what it is that they don't know, and they feel that, man, if my life would be better as a creator, as a creative, as a entrepreneur, as a whatever, when I listen to someone who claims to be an expert and they say you need this to do that. And of course we want to be happy and we want to have the best. We're gonna find a way to be happy. We're gonna find a way to get the best. Next best thing is a $6,500 camera. Who's at fault?
But they're doing their job.
We need to start doing more counter posts and specials and more counter streams, talking like we're talking right now, right? Pros and cons, the good and the bad. The why, because no one really else is talking about the why. Folks will just say, I want this, and nobody is really saying, why do you want that? No one's forcing that consumer to answer the question, why do you think you need that A1 Mark II? I don't know, just came out, I want it. What are you doing with it? But
retail therapy.
You know what I mean? No, the retail therapy. Gotcha.
No, he made a point. It's, again, like, I get it, because I put myself in a position, like, if they offered me a job at Sony. Now this is why I like Jared, I shoot raw, right? This is my guy because he's going to explain it, and people accuse him, they like, he's a Canon fanboy. Yes, he favors Canon, he does a lot with Canon, but he does explain the Sony well. And I do like Manny, and of course Gerald. If you just want specs, you go to Gerald, he's going to do that. I think we're still missing I think influencers automatically jacks it up, right? Because most influencers, they are hype people. Like, they don't really take the time and practically use this stuff. You can't. That's the problem. You can't stay on every camera that comes out and practically use it and then be authentic to who you're selling to. I'm not faulting these guys. It's just hard to do it, because for me, I can give you, that's right, Froze No Pro photo. It's really tough to be honest about a A7 IV and not, start bullshitting on an A7 R5. Like, one is a R, right? Resolution. The 4, and you got people, they're crying about a 5. They like, oh, dang, I thought it was going to be the 5. And then some people still like, where's the S4 at? It's like, well, you got a 67 out. You got a ZV E10 II or something like that. And it's like, what's the feature that you really want that's going to make that much of a difference? So when people talk about stabilization, okay, now you got to argue a gimbal. So are you reviewing a DJI gimbal, or are you reviewing the stabilization in the camera? And for me, I got these damn Adams Ninjas, right? And I'm sitting there like, I'm too lazy. And I'm like, yo, I turned the camera sideways on the shot with the A7, C, shot a whole video. And they like, yo, OG, can you do the other video that's on fire? No color grade, dude, with the software, we not even getting into software. We not even getting into Lightroom denoise and stuff. Like the new feature they got on the A1 today. Oh, in-camera denoise, blah, 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 as if you're not going to go home and put it in Lightroom anyway and hit a button. We're not even talking about the other software programs outside of Lightroom that makes the picture sharp and says, oh, you screwed up and it's blurry. We're going to sharpen the picture. And when you turn over to the client, the reason why you pay that money a month is because it's going to still give you a sharp picture. So you automatically are clashing with the expensive camera you got or the software that takes care of 90% of the stuff. Like, I literally almost need after shoot with all the work that I'm doing, because it learns your style of editing. And it's going to take and memorize all these joints. And when you come home, it's going to batch all your stuff. You can sit down and binge watch your favorite TV show because it got all the work done. It's like, we've peaked. I'm just going to be honest. We have actually peaked.
There is nothing more
I
than we
got pissed off with myself when it's like, I got all these prime lenses, and then the guy in not my favorite store, the guy in another store is like, oh, you get this, you can get rid of all your prime lenses. Well, the idiot's going to do that, but me, I'm like, no, I know why I got my prime lenses. I understand. Cameras to me are like having a Fender Rhodes or a Gibson guitar.
Come on now.
Right? You got what I'm saying?
Make it plain, Pastor. Make it
or a good old Gretchen.
That, I'm like, okay.
Not our Gretchen, but a good old Gretchen drum set. Some of y'all don't even know about the Gretchen drum set.
Y'all better, if y'all don't know, you better learn somebody. You better, man.
Dude,
okay.
Dude, it's like a old Fender Rhodes, bro, or a Wurlitzer. Like, cameras are like that. And once you dial in and knowing how you shoot and how you accessorize, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And all this new stuff, I think it's for the people that's not been in the game at all. And those people get stuck. But here's where, all right, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna shut up, let you take back over. This is crazy. I'm feeling it right now. The thing is, when you get into almost any hobby or whatever, it's a retro moment that you hit, that you dial in and you sunk in, and now you found yourself. You will not find yourself with the newest stuff in anything that you do. You will not find yourself with bowling, with all the new bowling balls. I'm a bowler. It's when you get that retro bowling ball and you feel how it does what it does and does not do, and you feel that strike with it. It's when you put on those shoes that's a little retro, that you feel it the way it is, and you don't rely on the newest bowling ball. That's a whole nother thing. But the same thing with cameras. There's a retro feel, whether you get a new body and you get an old lens. you're going to dial in. Or if you don't have a camera to make you stop and pause, like the Fuji that Doc's talking about, that is a good discipline camera. Leave all your stuff home, walk around with that, and see what you come home with. You will appreciate your flagship camera. You will appreciate that expensive lens, all of that stuff, and you will dial in and find you off of simplicity. But chasing this new stuff, we have maxed the freak out. I'm sorry, we've maxed out. In my opinion, we maxed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church are now open. Pastor Pelsa has just given y'all some knowledge to take home with you. I was intentionally quiet too, because in about 40 minutes after we go live, that's gonna be all over the internet. So I'm gonna chop that up. Listen, that's
Did
true.
you see the sniper lens, the Sony 50 millimeter? I mean, it was the 85. Did you see that?
No, well, not part of the 3 though, right? Is that something new that came out?
They got
remember, I've been out of the country, man. I just got back in the country. I don't know what's happening around these parts. I was out.
James, they got it's called the Aurora. It's 85 millimeter, and I promise you, it probably looks. I guarantee. Some of the reviews I saw on it, I'm just like, it's not bad at all, dude. I wouldn't get it. I got my Sigma 85 right here. I didn't get the Sony 85, but Suri came out with a full frame 85 millimeter lens. The autofocus on there is sick. And it costs $499.
Let me turn off my dark mode here. There we go. Bam. Oh, wait a minute. How much is it? That ain't the right price.
$499.
That can't be the right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody's like. No way.
Hold on. Let me save that right quick. I'm just gonna do some research. I'm listening to everything we saying. I'm just gonna put that in my notes so I can do a little research.
If I did not have an 85, I would, and I had a good Sony body, I would get that in a heartbeat and never look back.
I think fast too. Boy,
right. You like, huh?
Boy, that thing fast too. Okay, let's lock in. Let's stay focused here. Let me bring us some. Man, okay. See,
dude, Viltrox got one. What's that? I think Viltrox has the 135 or something.
I haven't had good experience with Viltrox.
No.
I know they're good quality, and a lot of them are, nice metal body too. I had one that I don't know what was going on with it. Maybe bad first impression, but it's gonna mess around and be at the house before too long. Okay.
So remember, I told you the Suri Trio. Yeah. The problem I found with it is my 23 makes noise. That's the problem. So if you're using the microphone on the camera, you got to be careful, because you literally hear it going.
All right.
You hear it moving.
Mr. Cox is saying,
but the 55 doesn't do that. And from a practical standpoint of view, when I use those lenses, I'm using the DJI hot shoe, and the mic is across the field. It's never, I'm not using the audio from there. So the lens is fast. The sniper lenses are quick. They look great on the APS-C. They look fine, full frame crop. They're fine. I don't have no problems with them. And for what, $900, you can get all 3? I mean, I don't know, dude. I've done video with that Zeiss 55,
right?
And have not needed the 24-70 or the better lenses I have. I got the job done with whatever I had.
And y'all know KP got some monster stuff out there, so y'all make sure y'all follow him. You got some monster stuff. So talking about gear, we talk a lot about cameras. That's what we do. And today again, Sony launch day. Just Chief was asking about again, do we need to keep moving forward? Do we need to keep getting the latest? Do you carry an iPad or a tablet around with you when you are on shoots to do remote editing and things of that nature? So have you looked at the new M4 iPad Pro?
I haven't bothered with it. So that's another thing I don't have to chase. Even like a laptop.
Yeah.
I just realized in Lightroom, my presets and stuff that I've done on the computer at home, they transfer into your Lightroom, and you literally can do it remotely. So the iPad, I don't bother with it much. I haven't had a need to it to mess with it. I can do it in the phone. This is crazy. So the iPhone 16, if I'm out shooting somewhere and somebody's like, I need that one real quick. I was with a TV personality, one of the girls from the news station here, and I was at one event. She was like, I'm getting an award, can you come to the event? I said, no problem. I went to the event, and she was like, can I get that picture to post tonight? And I was like, oh snap. Dude, I took my card reader, my USB joint, stuck the raw joint right into my phone, threw it in there, edited, cropped it, and popped it up for his stories on the spot.
Yeah. So you've got, I mean, that's true too, right? We've got all the compute power that we need on these mobile devices. Everyone's got in their pocket anyway. I mean, so Chief, to answer your question, for my, I have the 11-inch iPad Pro M4, dope, but it's more of a consumption device for me. Right? I still do all of my remote work for the most part, either on my laptop or on my phone. We got all the apps on the phone too, transferable. Boom, I can just like you pull an SD card out, drop it in, and upload it directly. But when I'm 35,000 foot up in the air, that's when the iPad comes out. Right? When I'm watching Netflix videos that I've downloaded, that's the primary. So that thing really just sits in the briefcase, unfortunately, until I find another real rational use for it. It's a great tool in the toolkit. It makes sense if your use case doesn't require, I think, that compute power. If your use case doesn't require that M4 chip, I would honestly look at the Air. I would look at, as long as you get the M2 or M4 chip, because they skip the M3. As long as you get a chip that allows you to do the Apple Intelligence, that makes sense. Just if you don't need all of that compute power for the M4, just because it's the latest, fanciest thing out there, you're not going to really see the difference in the screen. Liquid Retina versus Ultra Retina XDR, nice to have, good want, not necessarily a need. That's just my opinion, man. And don't be one of them folks out there with an iPad taking photos. Don't be at the Zoom.
I love the OGs that be at the wedding.
don't be one of them folks at the
video. I'm dying. Look, that's an example of putting a feature in there that they do it because somewhere along the way somebody's going to use it. I've never understood anybody holding an iPad up at an event. I mean, big ass iPad blocking everybody's view, video, and I'm like, oh man, sit down with the iPad, bro. But what you gonna say to him? Because he gonna be like, it got the latest 4K video bit.
I got my iPad. I got
auto
my
tracking
Samsung tablet,
and they be auto tracking on that big iPad.
And it's good enough. Right?
Dude, I was somewhere, the chick turned her laptop around to record the event.
Lord have mercy.
She turned the laptop around and
that's what
she want me to put a password in or something? She was recording it. I said, you got to be kidding me.
720p and all. 720p and all. Listen, we got Dr. O Tang in the building, Diaspora Health, asking about how I'm showing products on screen. And I saw Mr. Cox chime in. A little bit of Restream, a lot of Ecamm, and actually that's all part of the shopping config in YouTube Studio. So I selected a handful. I think I selected like 5 or 6 products in my merch store, and they're automatically rotating, and that's all part of the YouTube partner program.
Balling. I love the way you do your stuff.
You know, we out here doing what we doing. We out here just trying to make all that revenue, multiple streams of income. You know, so all of that is funneling from this site right here, where I've got all the merch. So I just grabbed 5 or 6 products, like I said, and have them cycling through while KP and I are talking.
You killing it, man. Look, I will say, it was funny because I didn't think I was gonna get an iPhone 16. I got it because I was due for upgrade. The old phone was paid off, whatever. I grabbed it. No problem.
Yeah.
And do I have use for it? Yes. I mean, because we were at a point where I needed to move out of the lightning cable to everything is the USB-C. And one other point on these cameras and stuff. Here's what's interesting. My 5 you can use the CF Express cards, right? The Type A, which I wanted to go into it, but I'm like, I don't shoot anything where I got a buffer like that or the transfer speed is that important. And then on the 4, you got dual slots, but only one can put a CF card in there, CF Express.
True. And
the other one is, so it kind of defeats the purpose of bouncing with something equivalent. So it doesn't kind of make sense for it to do. So there is a point where everything moves forward, right? You just have to find out when that is. That's why, like me, I skip every other iPhone for the most part, unless they catch me off guard with something, specific. And then I'm glad I didn't grab the 15. I waited and got the 16 because it was basically because, yes, it's a better phone, and I'm tired of the the Lightning. I haven't upgraded my earphones. Like, I don't even know which Pod Pros I have because it doesn't matter to me. I go in the gym, I slap in my ear, you work out for an hour or two, and you out.
Yeah,
it's not that deep, So,
so let me bring something back, because that's a very interesting point, because if Doc is still here, right? So he and we kind of have to. Not just because,
definitely.
Not just because we worked at Apple for decades and whatever the case may be, but our consultancy, our customers are the ones that are looking more for tech advice. So we at least either have to get it or we have to be aware of it. So we can talk like we got some sense. Well, here's how I look at
you and Doc, though. Y'all get this stuff because that's what you do. Like, there's an area of me, I get stuff because I get it, right? But the thing is, we're the type people, and even like a Tom Buck, we're the type people that get it to give you a real practical sense of save your money and get that, not this. It's the other folk that just say, it's new, it's Sony, you gotta get it. Like, to me, that is just bad. Like, to tell people, in the meanwhile, Kevin mentioned is good. Then you got KEH, you got B&H used department, you got the certified for somebody that doesn't have the money. It's like, yo, I really need the A7R. No, you don't. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I could take your camera and do the same exact thing I'm doing with my R in theory, right? Literally. To the people I'm showing it to, it doesn't matter which one of them two I pick up. It's the same thing with the 4 and the 5. It doesn't matter which one you pick up to get the job done. You can get both of them done. Now, if I'm way back here and I shoot and it's like, oh, can you crop in on that? Now it may make a little difference. And again, with Lightroom, oh, it's a 1.2, it's a 1.4, it's a 2.8. Oh, you only got 2.8. See, that's why I bring my primes and stuff.
Slow. Oh,
and I'm like, man, I accidentally, my dumb behind, the aperture ring, I moved the aperture ring off for automatic, and I was trying to switch it here, and I was at an event, and I had to just keep shooting. Dude, I shot almost every picture at F.
Don't say 4.
I almost think I was almost near 22 or something. I was like, what the hell did I do? And I looked in Lightroom and I fixed every last one of them pictures, bro. I fixed all the pictures. Because you shot in RAW,
right? So again,
I shot in RAW.
You set up your camera to do the job the right way. You shot in RAW so you can capture all of the data for whatever photograph you were taking, so you were able to correct that. That's what's up. I'm trying to find what something I just bought. Hold on. I did just buy this. As I tear it up, hold on.
What you got?
So, well, and this is more practical than anything else, right? So, $2,000, $4,000 camera right here. Dummy batteries. for $20 is not a good thing. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Did you have one fail on you?
Didn't need to. No, didn't have one fail. But again, you get what you pay for. $2,000, $4,000 camera right here. Sony finally released, and I put this out in the Ecamm community on Facebook. But Sony released their Z battery, dummy battery. Just came in today.
Right, the 100.
Right. Yeah. Right. So now I don't have to worry about using those $20, $30. I'll say the name, Go 9. You know, those dummy batteries that you dime a dozen. It's kind of like cam links versus those $15 capture cards. I'm not gonna rely on a $20, $30 dummy battery for a $4,000 camera. I'm gonna get the real deal. And I wanted to go this route instead of like a D-tap because I didn't want to keep changing batteries still. So this is gonna be. I'm real happy with this. It's gonna be.
So I'm gonna stand behind you 100% on that and say, like, if somebody's asking me, I'm gonna tell them to look at what you said. The camera over here, camera over there, camera over there, camera over there. All I'm doing is straight from the pandemic. I tell Alexa, turn these joints on. They're tapped right into the Casa plug, and they turn these cameras on, and they sit on for hours over the day. Now here's the funny thing. I have not put a dummy battery in my A7C or the A7 IV nor the A7 IV. I've not put a dummy battery in there. What I've done is I have put a D-tap when I was doing video for somebody. I threw a D-tap in there real quick with the what do you call Condor Blue? I got a Condor Blue thing, D-tap, because it's quality. I know it's quality. I put that in there, but like for the in-house cameras, the 6100s, the 66 regular joint. Now, knowing that Sony has a new one or like affordable joint or something, you know, I do that. I only put Sony that put the small rig joint in there. They put something else in there, fine. Same thing with cards. I'm tempted to get the Angel Bird card. But I just ponied up the money and got the Sony Tough. Now the other crazy thing is, it's like I'm around a guy he goes to Best Buy and he put the SanDisk thing in there for a fraction of the cost. He turned the same pictures over I'm turning on.
Yeah, but you know, keep on rolling dice all you want to. Keep rolling dice all you want to. Hold on, let me see. No, hold on. I don't want to buy it again. There we go. Let me get it to people plus screen. The DCC1 DC cover. God, there it is right there. $130.
That's the dummy battery joint.
$130. Well worth it. And that's what I got.
Yeah, that's good.
Mama's in the building. Late but here.
Hey, Mom.
Preacher Man and Mr. Hicks. God, you missed most of the sermon already. You came in, we already collecting offering.
No.
You know, we didn't already had called the altar.
Hey Hicks, you know what's bad? It's like the table behind me, right? So the clients that come in, I literally took the time, and I'm still pro sitting over here, and I got the MV7s.
Yeah,
I got MV7s going into this to the Soyuz boxes, and all four of them are going to the Rodecaster Pro, two left and right out, going into the Apollo with the same processing signal that I have on this, and all four of them are fine. Like, it's
and you got an old school telephone hooked up to. You still got your old school telephone?
Yeah, and I still got the phone. The girl was in here the other day. She was like, "Do they work?" I said, "Yeah." I plugged it up for her, and she was talking to a girl on the Zoom through the phone, like having fun. Right now, would I recommend that? To your point, would I recommend that? Absolutely not. I'm going to say, do it right or do it twice. I can risk doing what I believe is right for the moment. I can risk mine. Would I recommend anybody else to risk it? No. That's kind of like my conviction. I'm very careful with that with people. With would I recommend it? Nah. But if you ask me, I can show you what I did. You know, so Over on this other table over here, I still got I got 3 A51s in here. And to get the person at the table behind me in the corner, I have to use the other camera that's sitting over the other side of the room with the sniper lens on there, right? The 399 lens, the 299 lens. And I have that face on the table. You know what somebody said? I love that angle. I'm like, that's the cheapest angle in my room. They love the angle. And that's why I'm saying that creators don't really give off is they're not always on. They can. What really makes them them. They can't afford to do it. That's my conviction. They can't afford to do it. So in a sense, is there a certain level of dishonesty? Yes. Because if you're promoting product, you have to make the person feel that they need something, right? But the tape, they always leave you a step behind. That's why I'm about to mess it up, James. I'm sorry. But that's why master classes are master classes. But the biggest BS in master classes is it's not truly a master class if the master is not selling you one step behind them. A master class is never going to put you at the same space as them. They're always going to give you one step behind you. You have to know that. So a lot of true creators, they don't sit in the chair at master classes. They're either on the panel or they're not there because they don't need the master class because they're naturally born to be the master at what they do. Right? I think some people never really thought about if you're in a master class with 100 people in there, 100 people got the same thing you got. And the expectancy is only about 5 to 10 people going to come out of that room and really get what was given. Everybody else, they're so stuck and they were in a master class and they think that the one thing they comprehended is going to set them ahead. And the way you win is because they're never ahead. They got to do the next class. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for all the
$99 more.
That's the name of the game. I'm trying to help somebody. So this helps you to know if you're a person that pays for the ticket or the person that they sell the ticket and you're the person they're listening to.
Oh my God.
Because, sorry, bro.
No, hey. You went on one right there. You just shot a whole bunch of people in the back pocket with that one. God.
I'm telling you, because listen,
it's
the hustler.
You done told everybody now that everybody goes to a master class. Like, I'm trying to get ahead. I'm trying to be like you. You teach
James.
No, you're gonna be 5 steps behind. James, I'm not gonna give you everything.
You put that room together and you put your streams together so excellent. So a hustler is looking at what you're doing and they'll sit there and shoot the breeze with you. Yo, Jay, what's going on? Yo, how you get that thing on to such and such and such and such? And relational equity, they're going to find out how you do it. Yeah. They're going to slide over and do a masterclass on it. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. When I met people in the pandemic, we all recognized game. And after a while, it's like, dang, Keith figured out something that most of us couldn't figure out. What exactly you got there? Now, for most of us that know the game, right? Like Kevin, you, Doc, we know the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes all we need to know is, did you get that from a camera store or did you go to Home Depot? You don't have to tell me what aisle. I will find the aisle. You ain't got to tell me nothing else. I'm just be like, is that a Shure mic? Yup. You ain't got to say no more. I'll figure out what mic that is. And then I'm going to be able to tell he got something connected to that mic. That ain't just the raw mic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We know. For the people that can't figure that out, they have to go to the master class. I can look at the lights and stuff in the back. I look at the screen and be like, oh, it say focus. Oh, that's the screen. Oh, it changed. I wonder if he got that hooked up to the iPad or the computer. Do we have it on the cycle thing? And then we mess around and you slide to the side and you be like, oh, Doc Rock just chimed in and you got him on the screen in the back. That's stuff that we do.
That's what we do.
Right?
Subtle.
I may have to
subtle,
move
but
like
it
sooner or later,
apart.
but my next setup, I want to do like ESPN and put the guests on the screen, like in the room. Not like on the screen, but in the camera shot on the screen. But the thing is, I'm going to do it first.
Yeah.
I'm going to master it, and then I'll present it in
then roll it out.
Masterclass.
Yeah, there's a little something to that. I mean, because the mind started going as soon as you said that. You can't just roll that out without doing a little behind the scenes testing. You got to do a little testing.
Yeah.
Instead of going to a photography masterclass, go to a museum or gallery. Spend some time studying and master the work. Every time Gretchen speak, I just listen, y'all. Oh, you okay? There we go. Keith is knocking him in the mouth. No, Ma, he not lip syncing. I think I was gonna blow by it, but I can't ignore Mom. He said, is that man lip syncing? But
I'm probably delayed on her side.
There was a little, Philly to Cali delay right there. That's what it was. A little Philly to Cali delay. There's storms in the air. What up with you, Montel? I see you, brother, over on IG. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Nah, these ain't the greats. I'm just you know me. That's why James put me on here, because I can say the risky stuff. I'm gonna say it. But look, I just helped out the masterclass people and the people that go to the masterclass.
At the end of the day, for the most part, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say anything besides that. I'm just gonna look in your face for a reaction. I'm gonna give you time to speak when you on live. Right, because at certain times, you are invited to certain programs. You're not really given the opportunity to speak, and almost look like you're about to fall asleep. So I want to.
Who, me?
Don't let me put all the business out there in these streets now. When I hit you up on on text not too long ago. Hey KP, you awake over there?
No, I saw, because you know what? Because
Inside
you know
joke,
me, when I have Verdra and them over, I don't reposition the lights and stuff.
No, I wouldn't. That wasn't the show. You know what show I see. I won't call nobody out.
Probably the one I was on with PJ and them. They was that.
Okay, you go.
I know which one it was. I was on that at what was it, a StreamYard joint with them?
Yeah, maybe that was the problem, because y'all was on a different platform there, probably causing some problems.
Yeah, who was on that StreamYard thing?
You was looking like, man, I what time is it? It's time to go. Is what time it is. Cause y'all ratting and raving. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
Did
man.
we get to all the questions? Let me see here.
Huh?
Let me make sure we got to the questions, because folks want to hear you. I'm just here doing the Wizard of Oz thing, pushing buttons and things of that nature.
I know two cool Gretchens. I love my Gretchens.
Yeah.
Both Gretchens are just.
Janae is over there cool. On IG. What up with you, man? Appreciate you. We over here doing a thing. Hey Doc, when is Ecam gonna pull in IG?
On the IG. That's the man right there. He didn't talk about it. He was about it. He put super. I like it. He put super.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he said
super
what?
Junior.
He said, "What in the Dr. Oz are y'all talking about? Don't do that. Don't." Lord have mercy. Don't.
Disclaimer: It's not knowing you were Kirk Nugent. But it's the Masterclass hustlers I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Masterclass hustlers.
It's them hustlers out there going.
Oh my God! And it ain't no knock on them. You know what it is? It's once you see the wounded people, and then you have to go back and clean up, and they looking like, so I wasted all this money trying to figure this out. You know what it's like? It's like doing a masterclass and telling somebody what specific gear to get rather than gear that's needed to do the it. Because to me, I think the leveling up and a more transparent masterclass is not saying you have to get this camera. It's saying you need a camera. Person choose. And then what I like that Diana Gladney used to do, she would outline levels and budget without saying, well, you can do it with an A51, an A64, or you can do it with an A7, but you shoving the A7 in my face and you know I can't afford it. Like, show me the confidence, because here's what I learned about people. when people come into my studio, I'm amazed at how many people that are like, oh, you got all these cameras, this is so dope. And they look at the screen, oh, that's a clean picture. And here's what amazes me. When I say that's an A6100, they go, oh, that's a 6100? Oh, because I use it so-and-so. My joint don't look that good. And I'm like, somebody done BS'd you. They got you. They sold you on, you gotta have it. What kind of light is that? Oh, that's the Amaran joint. That's not an Aperture. Well, it's from Aperture, but it's like the Toyota version. It's not the Lexus joint. Oh, the light look good. I thought you had the set. Nope, that's in the other room in the box. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You switch the camera and they go, oh, what lens is that? You know, see that, oh, I like that lens. Oh, that one's cheaper than the first one I had. And they looking and I realized somebody done gassed you up, lied to you. They done oversold you. Then you just chunked out because you couldn't afford to keep up. And they never explained to you. They never explained to you the essence of it. Now, I will say this. I get those people who disagree with me with, you would tell somebody to get a ZV-E10, not an A61, because the ZV-E10 or something else got features where it kind of solves their problem for them, where they don't have to keep up with everything. I can't recommend the A51 to people, right?
Right.
Because I'm like, I specifically will say, if you just want another angle that ain't that deep and you just want to flick by it real quick and you on a budget and you run across an A51, get it. Because the autofocus on that old behind camera is good enough to lock in. And you're done. But if it's your main camera, yes. Go ahead and beyond what you need to do that. But there's some people that, oh, I got an A7 CR. And then they looking like, so I got to get that one. They, oh, that's $3,000. And you like, well, I mean, you can get the cheap one. It's like you kind of doing that like entitlement, stupid conversation of making people feel lesser. Like, did you see the TikTok joint? It's on Instagram where they like how photographers show up to other photographers and they go, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. What you got there? Oh, I got the A7 III. Oh, mine's a 4. Nobody asked you. What kind of flash you shooting with? Oh, I'm shooting with the Godox V86. Oh, I got the V1 Pro S. Dude, I've been in situations and seen people do that, and I'm like, y'all are so corny, bro.
Yeah, so that's pretty lame.
It is so corny.
That's pretty late. I mean, competing amongst yourselves for no good reason. Janae, yeah, brother. KP got a little. There's a glitch in the matrix. There's a glitch in the matrix. I'll just put it. There's a glitch in the matrix over there in Philly. You know. So, but he catching up. That's all. He got a glitch in the matrix. Let me stay out of those conversations. I think one thing that sets us apart, and a lot of folks that are watching now probably watch this in the future too, kind of our circle, is we are constructive and critical and non-biased. That we're okay with saying what's good, what's not good about a whole lot of products and things like that. But and there needs to be more of us that are vocal, right? And instead of all of the folks that are yes men, yes women, that kind of thing about just trying to catch a check or just trying to catch a free product coming in the mail. I mean, there needs to be more hard-nosed journalism. There needs to be hard-nosed reviews of, yeah, you sent me this camera or you sent me this product and it looked good, but you know, when I put it to real use, it's probably not that. So I've never seen, I rarely see someone actually say, you know what, this ain't it, right? It could be the latest and the greatest. There just needs to be more than that. And it seems like it's a small group of folks, at least that I'm aware of, that are actually doing that. And I'm sure there are quite a bit more, but there needs to be more objection out there. Everything ain't great. Everything just because it's new and flashy ain't great. I'll go back to, we talk cameras, I'll go back to my old Pentax. I'll go back to my old Pentax and shoot film and develop film in the dark room, as opposed to always having to have the latest and greatest whatever that comes off the boat kind of thing. So I don't know. Those conversations do nothing to serve you as an artist or professional.
Come on, Gretchen. I love it.
Trying to compare yourself and trying to outdo the person standing next to you on the red carpet line, right? We all out here trying to do our thing, trying to do our bring about our creative genius. Why you mad at me just because yours is, f1.8 and I got a 1.4, or mine is 50 mil and you got to 85. Why you mad at me? I know how to work my stuff.
See,
I know how to work
June hit it on the money on IG. He said, I tell folk all the time, gear in my studio is 6 to 8 years old. I literally came in my room and looked at it and said, this is from the pandemic. The majority of this stuff is from the pandemic, and I have not changed it yet. And it's still fresh. Like it's like when you genuinely care about people. Again, if you're on Amazon or something, if you're Monty, you gotta pitch new. You gotta dig in.
Yeah.
Or A1 version 2 to people. I could be like, yo, this is what's going to make this better. Like Manny Ortiz said, the pre-capture is priceless because you now can feel the quarterback is probably, and you can point at it, have your finger halfway on that shutter. And by the time you say, ooh, catch that, you actually got what happened before the ooh. That's beautiful. If that's worth $6,500 for you, that's why you pay the $6,500, right? It's not rocket science. It's like, that makes sense. But the use case is like, are you doing that? Especially people getting a podcast. Shout out to you, shout out to June, and people that's helping people to get their studios up and running and learning. Shout out to Doc Rock and the whole Ecamm family. I still believe Ecamm is the best thing ever. I was happy that a couple of churches I went to this past weekend, they were all using Ecamm. X32's right into it. The sound pumps through and people like, oh, y'all broadcast sound dope. I'm like, yup. In these masterclass type stuff that people do, it's like, give people the space to find out what they're doing and what works for them, rather than, sell on them stuff that you can't even afford.
Wow.
But it's on your wish list, because that chasing, like, dude, when you put everybody, again, shout out to James Hicks. He told me long time ago, he said these Ray-Bans is the bomb. And I'm like, I don't really have no use for no Ray-Bans. I have no use for the Metas. Hey, James, I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. All right, here's a masterclass for free. A little hustle and a nugget. I just did work for a client, and they said, I'm hiring you to do photo, but all I need is a little bit of video for some reels. And they said, I'm gonna pay extra, boom, boom, boom. I thought about it, and I ain't say nothing. I said, cool. And they insisted. They said, just please figure it out or get me somebody. I said, you know what? None of my guys are available at that time, but I'll get you some video. I said, no more. I was clear with the client. I said, what do you want to do? And they said, I need to just show some behind the scenes and a little bit of footage for Instagram Reels. I said, got you. I took my daggone Meta glasses with me, bro.
Clink, clink.
I shot pictures, pow, 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 pow. And I was like, ding, dong. Pow, pow, pow. Went back, followed around, talking to all the people at the radio station. Got back, uploaded all my stuff in Lightroom. She was like, you got the video? I said, it's in the folder. It is so clear. It's good. Shane, I ain't put no extra audio to it. I didn't DJI micer, nothing. And the radio people was like, oh, can I repost this? No problem.
Just
Meta glasses, bro.
Just put my name at the bottom of it. Just make sure you give me some attribution.
No color grade, no ISO, no
Why?
Kevin. No color grade and no LUT, no nothing.
Gave it to them like they needed to. Right, raw and ready, boy.
Bro, right to the phone.
Ready.
And the problem, James, was the Meta video was quicker than all my photo stuff because I walked out of the station with the Meta stuff ready.
And as soon as you unlock your phone, it synced right to your phone. I mean, right? Again, brother, that why work smarter, not harder. All them little anecdotes. I mean, Junaid is just saying some of the same thing over here on IG too, right? It's like my team is better than yours. I tell folks all the time, gear my studio is 6 to 8 years. Listen, work with what you got, and man, you don't need.
You're right, Mom Carolyn. I'm cheating. I was cheating. It's James' fault. Blame your son. Blame James. I'm cheating because of James.
Hey, I messed around, God.
Yo, can you look? I had somebody that know the glasses.
I got my regular glasses and I got my sunglasses now, and I went ahead and got both of them.
Yo, a dude tried to buy my glasses off and he was like, yo, I'll pay you for those. I was like, no. I got the special edition ones.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, polarized, blue lights.
You got the clear ones?
Yeah, come on now.
Did you snag the clear ones?
Come on, let's see here. So these are my sunglasses.
See-through clear ones.
They're called my sunglasses.
No, James.
Well, my clear ones have my prescription. Yeah. God,
I snagged the clear ones, right?
Yeah. You didn't put a prescription. Well, you don't have you don't need. You can see. You got them good eyes.
No, but I snagged the ones you can't get. They only made like 100 of them.
Oh, that's right. The clear frame ones. That's right. The limited edition ones.
Frame ones.
That's right.
Isaiah tried to get that swap. Nope. No,
man. I got two.
The late Matumbo said, no.
It was so stupid. Listen, man, what you got going on coming up, man? We won't be cognizant of time. I know it's running late. What was it? Tuesday, Philadelphia time. You probably got some things going on. What's going on in Philly? What you got coming up?
I got events, man.
I heard that. Say it again, boy. Say it again.
They keep calling. Listen, I'm loving it. I got to do a superhero shoot with somebody. Young lady, she wants to do. I'm waiting
for some explanation of that. Hold on. What when you cosplay kind of thing?
She wants to do a superhero shoot, and I was like, I'm all here for it. Okay. I'm with it. Let's do it.
Avengers. God.
Yeah, they call them for the create. So the secret is, I go and continuously just create shots in different places because I'm priming the client to say, where was that at? And then I'm like, cool. So I took the picture this way, but it's a whole lot over there. And they're like, let's go. See what I'm saying? Cha-ching. And then you equip yourself. And once you got your stuff and you're ready to go. That's it. I mean, I don't have nothing more to add to it. I just got a call to show up on Friday to an event. I just got a picture with Marianne Lake. If you look her up, she's now second in charge of Chase Bank worldwide. Right? So her name is Marianne Lake. Here's the crazy thing. I took pictures of her at a Chase Bank. They had all the regional managers show up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? But the picture that her and I took, I did it with my iPhone, bro.
Wait a minute, what?
I took a picture with the iPhone. She said, I love this picture. And the other one I took, I did take it with my A7C. I flash and everything. But between Meta, the iPhone, and the camera, it's a conglomerate of everything I got. And it got me more work.
So
we're at a day and age.
The number two most powerful woman in banking.
Huh?
So the number 2 most powerful woman in banking, the CEO of consumer and community banking at JP Morgan Chase. You took headshots.
Yep, she looked like
on
a little
mobile phone.
country star, don't she?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was trying to impress her.
Ooh, let me look at that look at that salary she getting too. Good.
Yeah, you see that?
I see that salary too. 17 mil.
Mm-hmm. Bro, with the iPhone. That made me mad because I was like, because when I got home, I forgot I got the picture real quick. And, you know, Tina's like, oh, that's a real good picture. Now, you and I, we can look at this and be like, oh, okay. But for the most part, remember I said it before, everybody, this is for free. Again, if you're into photography, you have to give people what they cannot get with these outstanding phones that they got. And do not walk in the room with a bunch of Android people. They will, it's like Dallas and Eagles game. Up in that joint, they're like, oh, that's my true. Android is way better than the phone. Apple,
darn religious debate, yeah.
And I can't deny, you at events now, these people don't need the photographer for them regular shots. You got to give them what they can get.
Ooh, get them what they can get.
Yeah, you have to create. You have to create now. You can't sit there and brag on what your A7C can do, your A7 II, your A7R. You got to show them what that camera can do. This new lens coming out, the 2870, you can't sit there and brag on what it can do because you doing event photography. Man, these people was cleaning up with their phones. I mean, killing it with their phones. So you really have to give them what they can't get. It's imperative. That's the I'm trying to help somebody here on a serious note. Mm-hmm. I'm giving that away for free. Like, so when you ask me what I'm up to, my lane is when my phone rings and they say I need you at the event. You know why they call me? Listen up, y'all. The reason why they call me is because they're calling me for how I view the room, not for how good my camera is, not for nothing else, but it's the result of this is I need Keith's eye from the event, right? So even though Gretchen had this wonderful outfit on, or June had this dope suit on with his family and stuff, the people were paying me to see how I saw it and what I captured. So you got to get the people at the punch bowl. You got to get the people shaking hands with somebody that they wanted to meet. You got to catch people's attitude in the room. You got to get a feel for, you know, that one woman that's always stepping aside, looking at her phone to double check and make sure. You got to catch her doing that. That's a shot right there. Gretchen, you feel me on this. That's the shot that they're going to love. Oh, I really need that picture. Her girlfriends want that picture because they're like, she always does that. They're never taking that picture with their phone. Yeah. That's the picture she don't have. You got to get James and Jen laughing with each other at something. You got to get, you don't get them posing. Yeah. You don't
that's
get the
right
group join.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing that with their phones now.
A lot of you got those candid shots. Oh, hold on. Let me say this right here. Gretchen, be safe out there, our friend. Bomb cyclone coming in. I've been through some bomb cyclones. Be safe out there. Ooh. Power it down and do all the things. Good Lord. It's
much love, Gretchen.
That's coming down our way too, because she up north. But okay, yeah, those candid, unforced moments. Mm-hmm. That's the one, right? Not when I tell you to pose and turn to the right and look up, kind of thing. Yeah, when you got food running down your face, no one wants to share that, but you know that's a cool shot. But those in the moment shots, and I like how you said people. Well, let's give you them flowers, man. It's good that folks are seeing now that you bring something different to the table than just I do a Google search for event photography or event videography. That they see the KP touch. I knew it was coming anyway. I told you that was coming before you vocalized.
Bro, I'm enjoying the ride. So like now I'm thinking like. People like, are you going to expand? If I had to set a team up, I'm just thinking about like how do I train my team? Like, I would train my team, because that's when you have to kind of like orchestrate it. Like, I've never done a wedding yet, but it's like I would do a wedding totally different. And it was a wedding I was at, and I was on the booth. It was a beautiful Indian wedding, and it was like the brother was from Africa and the girl was from India, and so they had the African India mixed. It was wonderful. And the photographer that did that event was dope. He's very good, but like, I didn't get in his way, but I got a picture of him and a few other things after he left, because he was off the clock. They were still rolling. And they was like, oh, the photographer left. So I snapped a couple of pictures. They was like, yo, we should have put him on the team, for this, because I got the moments that they was missing.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think my strategy is to become a part of the room. Like, you have to become a part of the situation in the room. And that's so I'm equipped to fit in. So I have to be able to get long range and short range. I watched a show called The Jackal. The Jackal's good. It's on I think Amazon or one of them, Peacock, whatever. And it's about a sniper, right? So camera wise, I'm like the sniper is. You don't even know I'm there. You didn't know I got you. Right? So I'm getting headshots by the time you know I'm in the cut, you done got hit, right? And when it's over, even the people that hire me are like, wow, you got that. You're bringing back the memory of the moment that's happening for them that they didn't, because you're not in a natural flow if you saying, get this on camera.
Right.
You're not in a natural flow, because you're saying, oh, get this. I already got the shot by the time you say I need the shot, because you already did the interaction. And so that woman, Melanie Lake, the thing that intrigued her, and I'm like, oh, please call me back. I need her to call. I want to just get on the private jet with her and go somewhere.
I'll admit.
I got her in moments that she wasn't expecting. I got a picture of her shaking the guard's hand. The guard.
Yeah.
And I'm just leave it at this. She was a different race too. And that was significant for a bank in the hood, for that woman to get off a private jet to be worth that much money. And she respectfully looked the guard in the face, smiled genuinely, and shook her hand and said, thank you. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
That matters. I got the shot, bro.
That's the phrase right there. That one matters. That one speaks.
That one matters. Because it was genuine. It wasn't phony. It wasn't extra. It wasn't optics, because she didn't see me looking. I was over there with the 70 to 200. I was way across the room, and I was like, pow, got her. And the people at the bank, you understand what that do for DEI, don't you?
My goodness. Look, she makes
like,
$17 million now.
Shot.
That's
like,
a whole nother.
That's what y'all pay me for. Because I'm going to get them shots. Okay?
That was not planned. That was not part of the script, but that one speaks more volumes than anything else, probably. My Lord. Bruh, that's good stuff.
I'm going to get them shots. James, when you going to do a tour of your studio?
Sooner than later, because it's close. I tore it down when we redid the floors in the house, so we pulled up all the carpet in the building, and we went with the dope tile and all that stuff. So we would kind of higher end. I'll just say that we upgraded the environment. So I completely tore down everything and pretty much got stuff where I wanted.
Tumble down and raise it up.
I did. I tore it down and put it back up. So there's a couple of little touches that I want to redo, but I'll do the tour before, probably next week, man.
I would tear this temple down and raise it in 3 days. Church people got that right there.
I can't breathe.
I'm gonna destroy this temple and raise it back up in 3 days.
Don't throw stones in the glass house, y'all. Again, I'm
he got up. Come on, James.
I'm gonna get the hollering up in here. That's what we gonna get to have a service up in here.
And a 70 to 200 and the new Sony. My bad, y'all. Sorry, I'm crazy. Y'all know I'm crazy.
That's what we do this for, though. That's what we do this. Listen,
James, you want me to wrap your camera? I'm gonna wrap your camera. You want me to wrap your camera? What color you want?
You know what? That would be a nice little Christmas. I was going. So we're gonna bring this plane in here in just a second. But I literally, so that link that I sent you for them clothes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spill the beans. I was gonna get you one of those for Christmas. But you doing all this exercising and training like me. I would have messed around and got you the wrong size, and probably the biceps and the pectorals probably wouldn't have fit. So I just sent you the link there because you blowing them up over there, boy. I didn't want to get the wrong.
I'm trying.
Stuff.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a little something.
I'll put a link in the description for folks to check it out. But it was kind of a clothing in the genre of something that we would wear, right? Just pretty.
Everybody get your James merch. Are you wearing the Hicks merch now?
Yeah, but you see the hat. Come on, don't start.
Yeah, I see the hat. Step back and show the hoodie, man. Step back, show the hoodie. I see the cup.
This is a Google hoodie, so this ain't my hoodie. This is from Google. This is back when I was.
Oh, that's a Google hoodie. I thought it said Hicks down on the bottom.
No, that said help out. A lot of folks don't remember Google help outs. Doc, if he's still here, he may remember that. It was a service that Google offered to customers of the platform, so people could actually call in and interact with experts, and we could help them out. How to use Google Meet, how to use Gmail, how to do that thing. So I was part of that. But yeah, you see, I got the hat. I got the mug. Scoop. I got. Come on now, I'll tell you what. Okay, breaking news. I'm gonna release my own hot sauce.
There you go.
I already did coffee. I did coffee first. I'm up. I got a blend of hot sauce that I'm working on right now. We're gonna release the hot sauce first of the year. It's too late to do it for Christmas. But yeah, your boy got some hot sauce.
Wait, so are you putting your stuff on Amazon as well?
No. No, it's too many layers. Right? And I won't. No. I'm controlling everything.
It's too busy to do that or something?
I can, and it's just a lot of layers, and I start losing control. So I'm keeping everything close to the vest where I can see all of the numbers and all of the inventory and all of. I can set price. It's just easier for me on a whim to say, hey, Tuesday night conscious conversations. I'm gonna give everybody 20% off of these products, and it's harder to do that when you don't own the platform. So I can do all of that kind of thing with the platform that I'm running.
Okay, makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how we do. All right.
That makes sense.
Well, brother, I appreciate you, man.
Navigating these waters going forward is kind of crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
And look, we done passed the election, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like no matter how people feel, you gotta maneuver. And I'm like, there's an upside no matter who won. There's an upside. You got to figure that out, creativity wise.
A lot of people. Listen, we can be sad, disgruntled. We can be whatever. We can have all the range. We don't gonna go down too many paths. We can have all the ranges of emotions. But if you knock down, you better get up.
Shout out to the people who kept their mouth shut, just kept moving. Like, okay. Whatever the results, here's my steadfast and unmovable.
All I can worry about is what goes on here on Wyman Way, boy. Oh, snap, Sneha. What's happening with you, my friend Sneha, over there on IG? This is what we do. I'm done with work. Listen, they see now the folks from the job checking to make sure that I'm staying out of trouble. I gave a little workshop to some of our partners today, and now I got some oversight coming in, but that's one of my friends too. See, you came in late though. I'm pointing at the IG screen. I need to point back at the camera. Sneha, you need to watch the replay on YouTube or Facebook or X or whatever, because we talked a whole lot of, we gave some lessons for life. She's a dope creator too. Shouts out to her though. Now I'll put a link to her stuff too. She's a voiceover actress. God, man, I know some fancy people.
Yo, how would you say, you don't have to discuss this live, but
Yeah, don't make me give up.
How's your YouTube going? Like, let me ask you this. So it's people that were asking, I'm still like, I'm so in the photography bag right now.
Right.
I'm just more like precise on if I'm a double in on, like, I think we got to make a move soon. And I may have to do my whole studio over. If I have to do that again, that's when I'm going to actually dial in on YouTube. But for you who are on YouTube a lot, how's that going for you? And do you feel like YouTube is actually the place to be? Or would you spread out further? Like, I think YouTube and Instagram is the combination.
Yeah.
But like, is it getting crowded, or what would you say, like, podcast wise?
It's getting more accessible. I think YouTube actually is doing a decent job of trying to spread some of the, not wealth, but spread some of the availability to resources, assets, and tools, things of that. Right. So I am locking in on 3 platforms. Logging in, obviously, on YouTube, number 1. I still have the business audience, so I lock in on LinkedIn. And now just today, right, we're experimenting going live on Instagram. Facebook is going away. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you're still here. I hate Facebook. And Facebook is just going to be just for private, family type of stuff. But the whole focus on that is not there, and it's not going to be there. So YouTube is going to be number 1, and not just from a monetization perspective, but just from a reach, just because of the search.
Yes.
Right. You got Google, you got YouTube, 2 biggest search engines on the planet. Boom, take advantage of it. And being able to do the video podcasts, right? So that's the whole thing as well. So some of these shows, some of these sessions, I convert them into a podcast, and it just makes sense. Everything again on YouTube, everything on Google. So that's where it's going for the platform specific content creation journey. YouTube is going to be primary. Still have hicksnewmedia.com where I own that entity, so that I've got copies of everything. And if YouTube goes away, I still have a way of bringing content to the world if necessary. But to get it out there, distributed to the masses, and using all of their capability, YouTube is going to be number 1. LinkedIn is going to be number 2, and then sprinkle it in with IG Reels and Threads, things like that. All the other stuff is going to be going away. I'm going to be focusing in instead of trying to boil the ocean and trying to be every single place and only reaching 2 or 3 or however many on those individual locations. Putting all the dice, what is it? Putting all the chips on the table for those number of platforms.
All right, we got hook Mom up, because look, Mom, listen, my mom, she was doing that Facebook thing too, and I was like, when I go to preach out, she like, I've been to some churches, I'm like, Mom, they're only on YouTube. I don't know how to work that YouTube thing. I said, Mom, it's not hard. I'm gonna send you the link. Like, it's much better. Like, you cool, because what she liked better that I told her, I was like, YouTube, people don't have to know you there. On Facebook, they like, oh yeah, Carolyn is watching, James is watching. Like, Instagram might give you up until if you watch it. So I was like, YouTube, you can come into incognito mode and just check out stuff. So, and the experience is better. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you get better view, experience.
That's what it's about.
You go on Facebook, they like, hey girl, hey bro. You like, oh.
Like, oh, well, I can't even watch a video in peace,
Just go to YouTube. Go to Facebook to find out when to cook.
All the pictures of the kids, we'll put them on Facebook.
You go to Instagram to see the picture, real short, and you go to YouTube to listen. You go to YouTube to channel in, dial in. Ladies and gentlemen, it helps Hicks out. If you get to the YouTube, go to YouTube, hit the like button, watch it, views up, follow them on Instagram. The likes don't bother you. Just hit a like button and keep going. Everybody in the community, hit the likes. And if you're not following me, follow me. I'm gonna follow you back. If I see you just follow me, I'm gonna follow you back. And each one can help one. So Hicks, it's on you. I'm done.
I got nothing else to say. Lord have mercy. But there we go. We gonna like I say, bring the plane in. Listen, we do this whenever we can because KP is busy. I just, I'm just always out here trying to get him online so we can have these conversations, conscious conversations, chop it up with y'all about what's going on, and hopefully y'all got a lesson out of the discussion. I see still a gang of folks across the multiple channels, which is dope. So I think this experiment worked. But again, yeah, we dropping Facebook. So, but I love you, Ma. I'll talk to you next week. But we're not gonna be streaming too much more on the Facebook. It's all gonna be centered so we can target the audience and so we can make sure we bring value. KP, you do your thing, man. You do your thing, man. I appreciate you. We're not gonna get together. Hold on, because all your kids probably gonna be back at the house too. Because now you got all them teenagers. All of them getting old.
Gretchen is not nearly 69.
I still hear on the phone. What?
No way.
You can have you teaching your. No.
69.
Just by Gretchen. All is good. Go with him. That's it.
No way.
Gretchen got that. She got time in. She got that time.
You know what? You gotta bring my boy on as a guest. You see what's on his shirt?
Let me see that. You don't know I got this trademark. Okay, see.
So y'all spell them different, and it's a girl that got it, and hers. All three of y'all are different. But he's an actor. He's in Venom, and he's in another movie. He got like more like B or C roles in these movies, but like that's my man. That's Otis Winston. So you can get at him whenever you want to bring him in and be like, yo, I got a focus problem. So y'all can explain the two focuses in iron can sharpen iron. And you use that platform reach that he got. He used platform reach you got and be like, yo, this my guy I met through Keith, and I hear you in these movies and stuff. Out here with the big actors. He got some nice roles. In some movies.
There's no crab in the barrel here. But we always trying to make sure everybody gets ahead. So yeah. Yeah,
so y'all can have y'all focused. Let him sub for me next time. Be like, yo, brother, I got a problem with you. You got focus, and I'm you.
You know what I'm saying? Focus. Get it right. Get it. You see how it is back there. Stay focused on you. That's registered. So
you can message him and be like, yo, I'm one of Keith brothers, and I see we got a little something in common with the focus. He'll probably laugh and be like, yeah, he'll jump on anytime you need him.
We'll do that.
Matter of fact, you need to catch him when he back out California doing a movie shoot.
I'm
be like, I got my guy Otis Winston on set, the other focused guy.
Southwest know me. I'm quick to jump on a quick flight down to LA. So you let me know, because that's what I do. All right, brother. I'm out. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I may go hit the gym tonight so I can keep up with you. It's leg day to day.
James going. He bench press more than me. I can only bench press.
It's leg day to day. I haven't seen you on the bike lately, but that's all right. I'm sure you out there doing your Strava. I haven't seen you. I'm just gonna call you out.
I was out there today.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Garmin going to tell me it was like, today unproductive. I'm like, I burnt 900 calories. Talking about unproductive. I hate that thing.
You better get it together. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. Love you, brother. Be good to yourself.
All right, like, man.
All right, brother. Like.
Peace.